The story opens as a boy named Tomoki Kanata takes his last breath in the darkness of night. He is killed by some evil with a knife in a very betraying way. His blood spreads everywhere, and he dies in that moment. But, strangely, the story changes. He opens his eyes and sees a filthy green monster, Gobji, and wonders how he is alive. This monster, Gobji, gives him food with the name of Gobru. The next day, he wakes up surrounded by a bunch of ugly green babies. He thinks he has died and been reborn into this green, ugly, completely helpless little goblin. On day 3, he grows bigger and becomes mature after just a good night's sleep. He decides to give himself a second chance and survive the best life. On day 4, the monster Gobji gives them food and tells them that it's the last time. Now they have to make their own food. He eats and moves out of the cave, noticing that the environment is different from his world. He forms a team with Gobkichi, the biggest of the goblin kids, for hunting. Together they hunt a rabbit, and he decides to use the rabbit horn as a weapon. On day 5, he kills another rabbit with the horn weapon and gets another medium creature horn. He learns the ability to escape. He gets another horn and tells Gobkichi to try it because there are plenty of monsters lurking with incredible power in this world. On day 6, they meet Gobmi, who praises Gobru as smart, cool, and strong, and tells Gobkichi he's ordinary. They invite her to join them on tomorrow's hunt, and she agrees. On day 7, they postponed hunting because of rain. Gobru goes to the storage to find something to make new weapons and sees a group of captive human women. He does his work when Gobji comes and appreciates his effort, telling him he will level up faster. He also mentions that if he reaches level 100, he will be able to evolve into a more advanced life form. Gobru find out goblins age rapidly, as Gobji is really only in his 20s but too old. Gobji tells him that youngsters will come from hunting from the village soon, and he will see what an evolved hobgoblin looks like. On day 8, Gobru, with Gobkichi and Gobmi, hunts a snake and they all love it. Gobru learns the ability to thermography, venom resistance, and search, and realizes how ugly he is, but still he survives in this world in his second life. On day 9 and 10, they prepare their gear and go hunting as usual. On day 11, they make a mistake and move into a strange cave where a number of evil birds attack them. Gobru uses his evil eyes and kills them, learning the abilities of echolocation, vamp up, and vamphilia. On day 12, other goblins try to kill him at night, but one of them dies by his hand and the others learn a lesson. On day 13, they fight with an orc and kill it. Gobru learns the ability of libido, orc language, and detect analysis. He decides to share his food with the other goblins, who thank him and eat it. At night, his level values exceed, and he evolves, receiving the blessing of the grand god of demise and origin. On day 14, Gobru and Gobkichi rank up and evolve, becoming much stronger and bigger. They fight each other to determine who is the strongest, and Gobru wins. After that, they hear a strange voice that seems to indicate trouble. They see black wolves eating rabbits and orcs, so they attack them to test their level. All wolves die, but one of the wolves is left and attacks Gobru again but dies. He learns the abilities of wild hunt, hide armor, and order. He gives the wolves to other goblins and becomes their leader, deciding to teach them how to hunt, and they become his comrades. He agrees, thinking that in this world, he just has to keep eating, getting stronger and leading his comrades. On day 17, the human women die by taking poison to put themselves into peaceful sleep. On day 26, he gives training to other goblins when he hears something and sees some people who look like goblins come. Gobji tells him these are the riders, the fathers of their nation. These riders come with many goods and human women, driven by their instinct for reproduction. Gobru asks the leader to take care of these women, but the leader takes it badly and pulls him up. The other goblin is angry at it. Hobsato and Mage Hobsei come to settle the matter. They engage in a fight in which weapons are not allowed, and the winner decides what the village will do. Gobru makes the leader tie with a string that he learned to produce from the demon spider. He became the official leader of the village. He takes care of the women and tells them he will send them back to their village if they share their human knowledge. They claim to be business travelers when an old goblin attacks them, leaving the men staggered. On day 28, he provides them with food, reflecting on how humans evolve differently but have a variety of jobs. Instead of hunting, he focuses on group exercises and establishes rules to teach new goblins lessons. On day 31, he spars with Gobkichi, and at midnight, some goblins go to the women, but he saves them by attacking the intruders. He apologizes to the women, drags the offenders outside the cave in the rain, and hangs them from a tree to ensure everyone learns the village rules. On day 32, he prays to the Trihorn horse and learns the abilities: Scaled Horse Cry, Quick Healing, Kick Proficiency, Pierce Proficiency Up, and Triple Thrust. At night, a girl comes to sleep with him out of fear. On day 33, when he wakes up, he sees Goblin sleeping beside him, having also evolved into a hobgoblin. The goblin training is going well. He ventures into the forest and uses his magic for the first time, going deeper and seeing blood drops on the ground, reminding him of the place where the massive crimson creature, the red bear, lives. The red bear approaches him, and he decides to fight it, beat it, and eat it. He uses his magic on it, while everyone worries about him as they haven't seen him. The red bear roars and attacks him, but he defends himself using a string. The bear aggressively puts fire on him, reaching 2,000 degrees, spreading everywhere. He moves towards it, using his power to stop the fire and puts his blade into its mouth. He thinks he's about to lose but attacks it because he's hungry and wants to eat it. He makes it bleed, and on day 34, he wins, eats the red bear, and learns the abilities of heavy damage and overpowering strength. His level values exceed, and he evolves from evolutionary advance into the rare ogre species. His appearance has changed after eating a red bear, and human women are scared of him. He appreciates the girl who told him to check a knife that she made earlier with a spirit stone. He gives 3 lady goblins to help 2 chef sisters with their work. He meets with alchemist women, one of whom prepares poison for protection, but she tells him she cannot use it because she found himself as trustworthy goblins. He spends a significant amount of time appreciating and cheering up the girls, which tires him. On day 36, he is unable to spar because he has become more powerful, and even when he hits some goblins gently, he is about to die. Gobkichi also gets hurt. On day 37, while having lunch, someone comes towards him for help, and a girl accompanies them with an unconscious carbuncle. He takes the carbuncle to the alchemist, and it wakes up and introduces itself as Returner, attacked by humans not long ago. He thinks there must be trouble because there will be a reason behind human adventurer attacks. Returner asks for their help, revealing she is an artificial carbuncle created by a legendary mage named Velvet, the guardian of her master's old treasury. When she was attacked by humans, her core was damaged, meaning she would not live much longer. The hidden treasury apparently contains all kinds of legendary items that Velvet spent his lifetime collecting. Returner agrees to hand over all the contents of the treasury to him. He passes through the hole that Gobkichi opened, leading towards Velvet's hidden treasury. He tells Gobkichi and the others to hide while he negotiates and looks for adventurers on his own. However, he finds a number of variant ogres there who try to attack him. He tells them he is a good person, but they continue to attack. Someone puts magic on him, and his patience runs out. He attacks and kills them, learning the abilities of jobs such as Assassin, Crusader, Guardian, High Wizard, Priest, and Enhancer. They all seem to be pretty high-level adventurers, and he eats them, learning the abilities of Status Concealment and Item Box. He also receives a magic box that can contain 99 copies of 1,200 different items. He moves to the deepest chamber and meets Velvet. Returner advises him to be well and changes herself into a stone, which he eats, learning the ability Golden Order. After that, he and his companions collect everything of value and put it into a magic box. He also cremates Velvet's body, which changes into an arm shell. He wears it and feels changed. He can also rotate and transfer its form as he wants, along with producing poison and strings. It works as a natural arm. They have a party because they get good. On day 38, he assesses his collection with a blacksmith. On day 39, he gives magic items to his 15 hobgoblins. He himself has 3 legendary artifacts. They hunt easily because everyone's skills have improved. On day 40, he sets up a series of battles to determine the hobgoblins' ranks, in which everyone performs well. On day 41, he goes into the mountains for prey and hunts a gold spider, learning the abilities of golden string, golden thread, and golden spider shell. After that, he finds a red deer and also a massive tree basking in sunlight. However, this tree has some problems. He finds a female dryad here. This dryad tries to come close to him, but he controls himself and asks her what she wants. She breaks his libido ability, which he had never used before. They have a good time together, and he obtains mistletoe felicitation. After that, he moves across a lake with a waterfall. While cleaning, he finds himself surrounded by many lizardmen. He kills them and learns the ability Aquatic Life and the lizardman language. On day 42, he finds 2 goblins who are able to become mages and sends them to Hobsei's team as students. On day 43, he finds Gobmi in a bad mood, so he asks everyone about it, but no one knows. He goes to the alchemist, who tells him that she is just jealous because he encountered someone outside of the village, which he did not notice. However, everyone noticed a hickey on his neck. She tells him that she understands Gobmi's feelings and comes close to him, kissing him on the cheek. She mentions what Gobmi feels. Gobmi comes and hugs him. At the same time, the other human women come and mention that they also want him. Please subscribe to our channel for the latest update.